Welcome to the Slop Farm. Enjoy the video.
You'll begin by confirming your Apple ID is signed up for Apple Arcade. That unlocks the library. Next, install iCloud for Windows and sign in so your account syncs. This lets you access purchases and saves. Once done, set up an emulator or a Mac OS virtual machine if you don't have a Mac. This provides the runtime Apple Arcade requires. Make sure virtualization is enabled in firmware, and allocate at least 4 CPU cores and 8 GB RAM before moving on. Inside your VM or emulator, install the Mac OS App Store or ensure the iCloud-driven Game Center features are available. This is where Apple Arcade games appear. Configure graphics, enable GPU pass-through if your hypervisor supports it, or use translation layers that map Metal to DirectX so games run smoothly. Once configured, sign into the App Store with your Apple ID and locate Apple Arcade. Download the chosen games and let them install, keeping an eye on permissions and network access. Launch a downloaded Apple Arcade game and map keyboard or controller inputs. Test performance on medium settings first to gauge stability. If the game crashes or stutters, update your host GPU drivers and increase VM CPU or RAM allocation, then try enabling nested virtualization or changing the graphics backend. Make sure controller pass-through is enabled if inputs fail, and reduce resolution scaling as a last resort to improve frame rates. If problems persist, reboot the VM and recheck Apple ID sign-in and network permissions.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you today.